Let me tell you something that might sound strange at first. Right now, as you're watching this, there's a version of you that doesn't exist yet. And that version? They're waiting. They're waiting for you to stop replaying the same old movie in your mind and start directing a new one. Because here's the truth nobody wants to admit. You can't drive forward while staring in the rearview mirror. You'll crash every single time. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're sitting there going, but you don't understand what happened to me. You don't know what I've been through. And you're absolutely right. I don't know your specific story, but I do know this. Whatever happened back there, in your past, it's consuming energy that belongs to your future. And friend, that's expensive real estate you're giving away for free. Look, I get it. The past has this magnetic pull, doesn't it? That relationship that ended badly, that business that failed, that opportunity you missed, that person who betrayed you, that mistake you made 5 years ago that still makes you cringe when you're trying to fall asleep at night. It's like your mind has this highlight reel of every embarrassing, painful, regretful moment, and it just loves to play it on repeat at 3 a.m. Thanks, brain. Really helpful. But here's what's actually happening, and this is important. Every time you mentally replay those past events, you're not just remembering them. You're actually recreating the emotional state you were in when they happened. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's happening now and what you're vividly imagining. So when you're lying in bed replaying that argument from 2019, your body is producing the same stress hormones, the same tension, the same anxiety as if it's happening right now. You're literally poisoning your present with your past. And the really wild part? While you're doing all this backward thinking, you're simultaneously creating your future. Because here's a fundamental law of the universe that most people completely miss. We become what we think about, not what we wish for, not what we hope for, what we consistently think about. Your thoughts are the blueprint. They're the architect's drawings. And if all your mental energy is tied up in what was, then what was is what you're going to keep creating more of. Think about it logically for a second. Every single thing that exists in the physical world right now started as a thought in someone's mind. The chair you're sitting on, the device you're watching this on, the building you're in. None of it existed until someone thought it into existence first. And that same creative power is working in your life right now, whether you're conscious of it or not. The question is, what are you creating? A future based on possibility and growth, or just a rerun of your past with different actors? Now, there's actually science behind this, and it's fascinating. Neuroscientists have discovered something called neuroplasticity, which is just a fancy way of saying your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on what you focus on. Every thought you think strengthens certain neural pathways and weakens others. It's like walking through a forest. The path you take most often becomes the clearest trail. And if you keep walking the same mental path to your past mistakes and regrets, that becomes the superhighway in your brain. Meanwhile, the path to your dreams and goals, that's becoming overgrown with weeds because nobody's walking down it. But here's the beautiful part, and this is where it gets exciting. You can change this right now, today, this moment. Because just as you've programmed yourself to focus on the past, you can reprogram yourself to focus on the future you want to create. It's not magic. It's not wishful thinking. It's understanding how your magnificent mind actually works, and then using it the way it was designed to be used. So let's talk about how to actually do this. Because concepts without application are just entertainment. First thing, and this is non-negotiable, you need to make a conscious decision right now that you're done being a prisoner of your past. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, right now. Because here's the thing about decisions, real decisions. The word decide comes from the Latin decider, which means to cut off. When you truly decide something, you're cutting off all other possibilities. You're burning the ships. No more dabbling. No more I'll try. you're doing it. Second, you need to understand that you can't change what you're not aware of. So start catching yourself in the act. Every time you notice your mind drifting back to that old story, that old hurt, that old version of you, just notice it. Don't judge it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just observe it like you're watching a movie. Oh, there I go again, thinking about what Sarah said in 2017. And here's the key. Once you notice it, consciously redirect your attention. It's like training a puppy. The puppy's going to wander off. That's what puppies do. Your job isn't to punish the puppy. Your job is to gently guide it back to where you want it to be. Third, and this is where most people mess up, you need to give your mind something better to focus on. Nature abhors a vacuum. You can't just stop thinking about the past without replacing those thoughts with something else. So here's what you do. Get crystal clear on what you actually want your future to look like. Not vague wishes. Specific, vivid images. What does your ideal day look like a year from now? What are you doing? Who are you with? How do you feel? What have you accomplished? Make it so real in your mind that you can practically touch it. And then, here's the part that changes everything. Spend time with that vision every single day, morning and night, minimum. Close your eyes and actually see yourself living that life. Feel the emotions of already having it. Your subconscious mind is like the most powerful computer ever created, but it only works with the data you feed it. So feed it your dreams, not your regrets. Feed it your possibilities, not your limitations. Fourth, take physical action, even if it's tiny. Because here's what action does. It proves to your subconscious that you're serious. It bridges the gap between the mental and the physical. If your goal is to start a business, research one thing today. If your goal is better health, do 10 push-ups right now. If your goal is a better relationship, send one kind message. These little actions are seeds. They might look insignificant, but give them time and consistent care, and they grow into forests. Fifth, change your story. Literally, the narrative you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. Because that story, it's not the truth. It's just one interpretation of events. The person who hurt you, that failure you experienced, that rejection you faced, none of that defines you unless you let it. You can take the exact same past and tell a completely different story. Instead of I failed and I'm a failure, try I took a risk, learned valuable lessons, and now I'm wiser and more prepared. Same facts, completely different meaning. And meaning is everything. Now, I want to be clear about something. I'm not telling you to suppress your past or pretend it didn't happen. That's not healthy and it doesn't work. What I'm saying is, learn from it, extract the wisdom, maybe even be grateful for the growth it forced you into, and then let it go. You don't have to keep carrying it around like a backpack full of rocks. Put it down. Your shoulders will thank you. Here's something else that's important. Forgive. Forgive the people who hurt you. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you made. Not because they didn't matter, but because you're human and humans make mistakes. Every master was once a disaster. Every expert was once a beginner. Give yourself the same grace you'd give someone you love. And understand this. Living in your past is actually a form of safety. It's scary to step into an unknown future. At least the past is familiar, even if it's painful. But comfort is the enemy of growth. The life you want, the person you're meant to become, they're waiting on the other side of that fear. And the only way to get there is to feel the fear and move forward anyway. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pause this video for just a minute. Think of one specific thing from your past that you keep replaying. Got it? Good. Now consciously decide that you're done giving it your energy. Just decide. And then Think of one specific thing you want in your future. One goal, one dream, one improvement, and commit to spending 5 minutes today visualizing it as if it's already real. That's it. That's your starting point. 5 minutes. You can do anything for 5 minutes. And then tomorrow, do it again. And the next day. And the next. Because transformation isn't about massive sudden changes. It's about small, consistent actions repeated over time. It's about redirecting your mental energy away from what was and toward what can be. The future starts in thought, your future. And it starts right now, in this moment, with the thoughts you choose to think. So stop letting your past write your future. You're the author of this story. Pick up the pen and start writing the next chapter. Make it a good one. Now, if this resonated with you, do me a favor. Leave a comment below telling me one thing from your past you're ready to release. Just typing it out starts the releasing process. And if you found value in this, subscribe so we can keep building this future together. Your best days aren't behind you, they're ahead of you. But only if you start looking in that direction. Now go. Your future is waiting.